Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here, and welcome to another flea market haul. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from the flea market in Edinburgh, Virginia. So I can't remember off the top of my head how much I spent, but I did get a few good pieces, some things for myself, and a few things to resell. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? This was really interesting. I don't really know why I grabbed it. I thought it was a matching set. The cup says Made in USA, but the saucer is Royal Albert. So they don't exactly go together perfectly, but I know some people like the mismatched sets. Well, I mean, they don't go together, but they're not exactly a mismatch. It's not like it's a purple plate with a yellow saucer. Speaking of the color purple, I love this. It's hard to read. It says Elixir, and it says Tree Light since 1880. I'm not sure when the bottle was made. It says made in Taiwan on the bottom, so I'm thinking maybe this is from the 70s. But I loved it. I think there might be a small, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm thinking of something different. But that was really cool, and the purple color is what really attracted me to it. I also got this Howard Johnson's ashtray. It says Restaurants and Motor Lodges. I've got a few Howard Johnson items, and anytime I see them for a good price, I will pick them up. This is awesome. This is a green glass compote. I want to say that it is Ellie Smith and not Viking. I could be very wrong. Somebody told me a while ago the differences between Viking and Ellie Smith, and I think it has something to do with this. Like if it's either really raised or if it's not so raised, there's something. I think it was Ron from Boom Boom Vintage who told me the difference. He's on Instagram. I think that was who it was. But yeah, there's a way to decipher the difference between Viking and Ellie Smith because their molds were very similar. But for the life of me, I cannot remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna go with Ellie Smith. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below if I got it right or not. So forgive the way that this looks. I know Slappy from the Goosebumps book series is not exactly the most appealing thing to look at. But I had to have this guy. Any 90s Goosebumps stuff that I can find for a reasonable price, I will pick up. I believe that this is actually almost like a pencil box. Not a pencil box, but like a caddy. So you unscrew it here, and you clamp it to the desk, and then I guess you put like... or maybe it was for snacks. Maybe it was like a snack thing. But it's in pretty good shape for being almost 30 years old. I did spend $15 on it, which is about what it goes for online at the time that I filmed this. Of course, it could very well go up in the years to come, because who knows? Everything ebbs and flows and fluctuates in price. So I got Slappy. Okay, so this item that I'm going to share with you all is, I think it is Mexican. It's a Mexican folk art item. It says, Hecho in Mexico. Got it for a really good price. No cracks or chips or anything. So I can't remember what that sells for online. But, of course, it was worth picking up after researching it. Alright, so I did pick up some more glass pieces. Some rather interesting glass pieces, I should say. The first is this really cool looking basket. It's orange or clear glass with hints of orange. And I don't know if this is just a manufacturer's flaw, but there's orange missing right here. And at first I thought it was a chip, but then I see, where else did I see it? I know I saw it somewhere else. Oh, it's the same spot. Like, I feel that same rough spot right there too. So I'm wondering if maybe that just happened during manufacturing. Because it's on there on a couple of spots, but I just loved that. It was like a gridded pattern in a glass basket. So I, of course, took that with me. And then this piece is really interesting too. When something is inexpensive enough, I will just take it with me so I can learn about it later. Because when you're in a flea market or in a thrift store or any place that's very impulsive, now granted this is an indoor flea market, so it's not too impulsive, but sometimes you just never know, someone else can come in and scoop something up that you were just looking at. So I just wanted to take that. It was a really good deal, and yeah, so that's why I took that home with me. So the only other two items that I want to share with you all from my trip to the flea market in Edinburgh are two books. I found this really cool one about Art Deco tableware. This was written by Judy Spores, and I believe I paid $2 for it. There's some really neat pieces to look at in there, and it kind of just goes over the history of like what companies made what and who this could possibly be by and such. Basically what a reference book is. So I saw that and I was like, I gotta pick that up. And then the only other book that I grabbed is Warman's Coca-Cola Collectibles. This is from 2006. I think this one was $5. Honestly, that's fair for what this is because I don't have to pay shipping on it. And yeah, so I love looking these up, and this is an Alan Petretti book. Of course, you can't base the prices on or in these books because, of course, this is a 18-year-old, almost 19-year-old book. But you can get an idea of what to look for, how to spot a reproduction from an original, etc. So I thought that was definitely worth picking up. And folks, that is it for my trip to the flea market in Edinburgh. Wasn't a very long video. I hope you all enjoyed it nonetheless. You can always leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite item was. Subscribe if it is your first time here. I love meeting new folks that join my channel. Be on the lookout for listings in my eBay store. I've kind of put them off, and I've been meaning to try to get back into doing it. And live sales will start again, not the week following New Year, but the following week. So I will see you all then and there. In the meantime, stay tuned for more videos. Bye, everyone.